Hello again, it's Julia here at Artful Element Studio, and today we're going to play with some clay. And it's one of my favorite clays. It's QuickCure Clay by Professor John Poyman. It is a cure-on-demand clay, so you don't have to have a kiln. I mean, hello, no kiln, just a heat tool or a hot plate. So let's get started. We're going to need some baby powder. We're going to need some stamps or stencils and some things to add texture to our piece. We're making this cascading necklace. And then some cutters. These are just leather cutters, but you can use a utility knife, craft knife, or some other clay cutters. We're going to need some UV resin. You could do two-part. It's up to you. And then we've got some findings for our necklace, so some jump rings or whatever. We're going to need some gloves, preferably nitrile gloves. I ran out of them. A brayer to roll out the clay or something to roll out the clay with, and a ceramic tile to work on. And of course, your heat tool and your UV lamp. And we can't forget QuickCure Clay. So let's go. So I've laid out the tile here. We're going to dust it with a little bit of the baby powder or cornstarch. And you don't have to do a whole lot. It's just as I use it as a release agent. And now I've got a piece of the clay here. We'll roll it up and lay it down. And we'll grab our brayer and we'll dust it really well. Just keep everything from sticking. And we'll just start rolling it out. Now the thickness of this is going to be about like a chipboard thickness, but it's really up to you, and because it'll be, whatever weight or design that you're working for may require it to be thicker in a certain area. But I'm just going to make some rectangles, and we're going to be staggering them so they kind of cascade, and then we will create the holes for that, so that's where the jump rings will link them all together. And so now I've got it rolled out, and I'm just going to cut them out. Now, you could pre-texture your sheet if you would like. Because I want different textures for each one of those, I decided to go ahead and cut them out first and then set them aside, and then I'll go and we'll texture them and, lay them out, and then we'll put the holes in them and we'll get it cured. But here we are. We're doing a 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 layout. But of course, you could do whatever design you want. Just remember, when you're placing the holes, it's easy for you. Not easy. It's just best for you to lay it out and then put them in so that you can make sure that they're lined up the way you need them to. Otherwise, it might not line up as perfect or lay like you want it to. Now, as far as the look goes, QuickCure Clay is really like clay. I mean, it has the same textures. It's this kind of like off-white color until you paint it. It's rock hard. It can be sanded or drilled. I've used it for all kinds of really fine sculptures, like irises and leaves and things. So yeah, it can handle great. And then whenever you're curing it, you'll see it kind of propagates from this, soft to this hard material. But anyway, here I've just kind of went through. I used this mechanical pencil to put in my holes and lay it out and find out for sure where I want them. And then I'm going to grab my tweezers and my heat tool, and we're just going to start heating them. Now you want to work in a well-ventilated area. And, follow the instructions on the clay. That's the best thing I can say to you is that, you don't want to be sticking your head right over it. It does have a little bit of a smoke that comes up from the curing, but that's part of it. And it's, not bad in any way, shape, or form. It's just you don't want to be right over it. So here I am. And they get so hot. I mean, they call it forward polymerization. When that process starts, they are extremely hot. You don't want to pick them up with your hands at all. Let them cool. If you're like me and you get to be in a hurry, just have you a bowl of water and get them, cool down real quick. So, but anyway, so here I've just got them all cured. And like I said, they're so strong. It's like tile. And yeah, perfect for doing pieces that look like clay. Anyway, and then now we're going to go ahead and go through the process of painting them. I'm just going to use regular acrylic paint, and we'll just brush it all on and get them covered up. Now you can use alcohol inks, you can use mica powders, you can use 2-part epoxy, you can use UV resin, you can use nail polishes. I mean, just anything. Anything. I really mean it. And if you do any kind of sculpture or gourd art or, you know, inlay work, it's great. So for this, now I've got them painted. I'm going to use copper leaf on these. Depending on how your light source is, this adhesive that I've used is a UV adhesive, but you can use, you know, just Elmer's glue. Just brush a little bit on, tack down. There is gold leaf adhesive as well, but just tack down all the gold leaf. This actually is copper and gold mixed, then it's been heated. I kind of like that oil slick rainbow look to it. So anyway, you just coat your pieces and take out little bits of it. Don't breathe. No, I'm just joking. You can breathe, but really, if you've ever worked with a leaf, you know what I'm saying. It kind of flies away on you if you're not careful. So, yeah, take it out and be easy with it. And then want to make sure that we get it really pressed down and compacted into the glue. And I pre-cured the glue on some of my pieces. This one I did not. I just brushed it on and then set it on there. But yeah, you just want to make sure you get it on and press it. I should be wearing my glove. Shame on me. But yep, tack it all down. Get it on there. And you know, you can do multiple layers, so it's not like you have to do one layer. You can do multiple layers. But we just want to get it all on there and all blended out. And this is what I end up with. This marbly look. And now it's done. I'm going to put on the clear coat on all the pieces. And then once I do that, then I'll go through and put on the jump rings. And then our necklace will be finished. Now I will say this, if you put the resin on and you cover up the holes, you will have to go back with a little tiny hand drill or, you know, whatever to clean out those holes again. So just be aware of that as well. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a fun piece, real natural looking, and of course I love working with the clay, so, and I hope you do too. Stay tuned for more videos, and thanks everybody, and happy creating.